Hey, y'all ever heard of this?
What the hell wrong with y'all? How come every single time a woman comes and they say anything in defense of men, here come these dumb hoes. Oh, she's a pick-me. She's a pick. First of all, what is a pick-me? What even is that? That's somebody like, oh, pick me, pick. Let me tell you something, baby. You better listen to somebody who getting picked. You better listen to somebody who getting chose. Y'all sitting up here taking relationship and love advice from somebody who can't get no man, can't keep no man, and damn sure can't get the type of man that you want. That's the problem. Y'all treat men like y'all treat boys. Y'all treat men like y'all treat these niggas. Y'all ain't never had no provider man that's gonna come through, take care of shit, and make sure everything get done. Cause when you get one of them, you gonna wanna treat him right. You gonna want him treat him a certain way. So if that's the type of man that you want, you better listen to somebody that get those type of men and not your single auntie Shirley who talk about niggas. Cause we talking about apples and oranges right now when we comparing these men. So yeah, you better be listening to somebody who get chose. Better be listening to somebody who get picked. Free game.
I finally understand what a pick-me is. A pick-me is a woman who understands how men think and actually care whether or not they're happy in a relationship. And the women who call the other women pick-me's usually are feminists and hate men and hate to see other women who don't hate men and who actually care what men think and actually want to see men happy.
Fellas, we might actually be doing something right. Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? It's your man JaMichael Moore back for another episode of J Mike's Corner. Yeah, we ain't gonna delay it. Let's go.
Imagine how much propaganda it took to convince women that this was oppressive. I wish I was alive back then during the feminist movement, because I would have cussed all of y'all out. How much propaganda did it take to convince us that being a stay-at-home mom was oppressive? Now we have to take our kids to daycares with strangers who don't really care about them and who are only there for a paycheck. You don't know whether they treating your kid good or bad because your kid can't speak. Having to pay thousands of dollars every month for them to watch your kid. How much propaganda did it take to convince us women that a man providing and taking care of the home was oppressive? Who told us that we wanted to go out to work 5 days, 7 days a week, slaving, paying taxes, working till our feet hurt for pennies on the dollar, having to pay all these bills and do it all over and over again, living paycheck to paycheck? Who told us that this was how the world should be? We let them convince us that having children, having a family was oppressive, and to chase the corporate American dream where you gotta work until you're 70 and then you might be able to live off your retirement check. How could we have been so foolish?
Black women need black men and black men need black women, but the feminist movement messed up the nucleus family in America, and here we are suffering the consequences because they made us feel like we didn't need black men because they knew if they destabilized the homes that our communities would fall because black men are the best men in the world. Who said that?
Where do I start? Well, I believe that there's this agenda against the black household for some odd reason. I mean, well, nah, I know why. We ain't gonna get into that yet, but there's this agenda against the black household to keep us separated in so many ways. I mean, you have women that are pushed upon just being independent, and you could do it all on your own. You don't need no man. And then you have the black man, in which it's this. If you pay attention, there is this fight. Sometimes it's invisible. Sometimes it's actually visible. A fight against unity, and it keeps us just ultimately separated. And now when I hear these women speak, the reason I bring that up is because it's like I can see how this invisible agenda has come into play and kind of the reasons why you have some of these things now. Now, I know some of the reasons that they're giving it goes into a lot of, certain women being feminist, certain propaganda that has been put out as far as, you don't need no man. You strong all by yourself, and you could do this thing better than he ever could, and that's a lie, because it goes against the natural nature of law and how God intended for man and woman to be together. It's like woman came from man, and it says that it's not good for a man to be alone. So therefore, if you look at just from the context of the Bible, everything that's happening, it's like going against how God intended it to be. And now we're looking at the results of what has come about from this, as you can see. Let's go.
I just want to point out to you snaggletooth some bitches who decided that in the comments of one of my videos where I was praising my husband for being a good man, where you guys were like, you're obsessed with him. You should really figure out how to not be around him like that because it's good to be independent. F*** you. You bitches don't even have a man. So if I want to be a husband's girl, because that's what I am, I'm all about my man, my man, my man. Do you understand? Then I'm going to do that. If I decide to get up on here and praise him because he decided to take care of me the way that God sees fit, then I will. Because at the end of the day, I don't understand for the life of me what type of miserable bitch you have to be to decide to go to somebody's video where they are happily married to a person who loves them and then spew such hatred and vitriol. It makes 0% of all sense to me. So, I'm going to go back in and kiss up and love up on my husband because I have a man. Have a day.
Bruh, like, now granted, okay, hold on. Let me say this too, because you do just got some women out there that are jealous. Like, you got some women that will literally be jealous of a good working relationship because of their own struggle. Now, those women, we ain't talking about them. There is though, when you see a happy couple online, we all have done it, especially if you've been single or you've been hurt, bro. You look at that couple and you be like, man, something wrong with them, or man, it ain't really like that, or you'll make up something that will go against the beauty of just union that has been presented before you. And I don't know why we do it. Sometimes it's unconscious, sometimes it's conscious, but there is this thing that is like, dang, like, I don't want them to be as happy. And I do not believe that is all on us as people. I truly believe that there has been an agenda that has been pushed on us that literally tries to keep us separated. Bro, if you look at politics, bro, you have two parties, but ultimately those two parties don't even control nothing. But if you look at it, it keeps division. It keeps, oh, we're on this side. No, we're on this side. Bro, we all live in America. It don't matter. We should all want things that are helpful for Americans and people to live. But you see how there's an agenda to keep things separate. I'm telling you, there's a bigger thing that is like, man, if I can keep these people divided, then ultimately they will never come together and then work together and then create this union. And I think that that's what's happening when you have these women that are looking for these relationships and they can't find them, or they'll call them a pick-me because they have found a relationship, and now it's like, nah, that ain't no good. Nah, bro, we gotta stop this.
So ladies, you might not like what I'm about to say right now, but I need for you to listen. Ladies, let's stop focusing on the things that our man isn't doing in the relationship and start focusing on the things that he is doing in the relationship, okay? Ladies, we have to remember that appreciation equals motivation for a man, okay? Especially when a man loves you. I know as women, a lot of times we want to nitpick and nag and point out the things that our man isn't doing, but if we start focusing more on what he is doing, more than likely it's going to make him want to do more, okay? It's going to make him pick up in those areas that we may feel like he's lacking in, okay? And then also it provides a peaceful environment for both parties. You know, like, who wants to be stressed out about what he's not doing? You know what I mean? Especially if he's doing more good things or more positive things than negative things. You know how we do as women. He could be doing 8 great things, but we focused on those 2 negative things or those 2 things that he's not doing, and we want to beat him in the head about that. No, let's focus on the 8 things that he is doing right. And I promise you, appreciation equals motivation, and it's going to make him want to do better in those other 2 areas that you feel like he may be lacking in, okay? Just a little food for thought.
If you guys have made it this far, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, and don't forget to click that notification bell so you never miss when we upload a new video for you. Make sure you guys leave a thumbs up. It's completely free and it goes a long way.
Also, don't forget to leave a comment because we like to hear from y'all. We want to know what y'all think. Is the video good? Does it suck? Did you learn something from it? Just say hello. Put a smiley face. I don't care. Just write something. Interact. Communicate. We like those things.
Now back to the video.
I was just sitting here thinking, like, is always looking for to come through, make shit happen, make their life better, pay some bills, get them out of jams and shit like that. But do y'all ever consider who gonna be here for these niggas, for these men? The world already set up against our black men, 0 to 10. Who gonna be there for them? Who gonna rub their hair and let them lay on their chest and, you feel me, be an ill to their problems, some peace to their life? Everybody always got their hand out. They thinking because they giving up that means that don't mean nothing. It's fucking, but it ain't no more real, genuine, feminine women.
Now, I'm not a relationship guru by any chance. I've had my fair share of ups and downs in relationships. I believe that I've had the highest of height when you are looking for a relationship, as far as having marriage. So for me, I've allowed what I've been through to give me the wisdom to be able to speak on that which what I see could be the correct road to go down in order to avoid some of these pitfalls that we might easily fall into, right? And as I hear these women speak, yes, I do believe that sometimes coming from these broken relationships we do bring on unnecessary baggage, or we bring a lot of pride that because of outside influences have influenced us so much to think that, nah, I can't do this for my man. Like, that you feel as a woman that I'm gonna be looked at less than. No, women, I'm telling you, bro, coming from a man, if you care for us in the right way, bro, we'll do above and beyond for you. We'll do so much for you. I promise you, we'll make your head spin because of how we're being treated. Because going out into the world, it is hard as a man, especially as a black man. I'm telling you, it's like everything is always against us, and then when we get home, the last thing that we want to do is having to fight another uphill battle with our woman. Now, mind you, yes, sometimes us as men, we are the reason for some disagreements. And I'm not saying that we should just bypass disagreements and y'all just do whatever for us. But I do believe that when we get home, a lot of times we would like you to be our peace. And if knowing that we have that safe place with you, ultimately we can create that safe place for you as well. So it does go both ways, but I do know that as a man and as somebody, like I said, who has experienced a height in a relationship, and I've seen the different roads you can go down. I'm telling you, I've seen, dang, had I went down this road and done this, it would have lessened this. It wouldn't have made this as worse. I would have had a happier marriage. I would have been able to overcome some things that I can see that I created. I would have not had to deal with certain things had I spoken up and communicated better in this direction. You know, I see the ways that she messed up. So I just want us to, as not just as black people, but as people in general, to begin to first and foremost take your time and before you get into a relationship, but also understand that there is an agenda that is pushed up against us to not have this unity. So don't allow social media to come at you and make you think that you should just be so strong that, you know, I'm speaking to women, that you should be so strong that you're not allowing your feminine nature to be the head of yourself, to where that's what you're giving out and you trying to be the man. Like, no, you don't have to be the man if your man's the man. Now, like I said, some men, bro, there's a lot of things that we gotta learn. Sometimes you gotta go through some things first. But what I'm saying is that we have to do better as individuals, but also collectively, if we want to have sustainable relationships and to get out of this cycle that I do believe that this agenda that's pushed on us to keep us separate. Because, bro, if you look at it, bro, we down by 40. we down by 40. The other team is winning. So I hope that this video can help some people. I really, really do. I ain't got nothing else. That's it. So if you made it this far in this video, I just want to say thank you. I love you. I appreciate you for always tapping into me and Brandon's videos. And we want to just continue to grow this channel. Subscribe. If you haven't already, subscribe. Subscribe. You know I can't leave without saying where you are today is a residual outcome of the thoughts you had in the past. I love y'all. Till next time. Peace.